Do you ever feel like you're adrift in a sea of uncertainty? Like your compass is broken, pointing you in 1,000 different directions, none of them leading to solid ground. You are not alone. We've all spent years chasing the elusive perfect life, the life we thought we were supposed to have, the life that others seem to be easily achieving. We had a plan, a meticulously crafted roadmap with every step perfectly planned out. We were going to climb the corporate ladder, buy the house with the white picket fence, have the 2.5 kids, and retire comfortably at 65. The classic American dream, right? But as it often does, life has other plans. Those meticulously laid plans crumbled like a poorly constructed sandcastle. The sure thing job evaporated. The dream home became a distant mirage. Relationships fractured, and our once vibrant health began to deteriorate. If you were like me, you were drowning, gasping for air, lost in a sea of despair. The world felt like it was closing in. Every setback, every failure felt like a hammer blow to an already fragile ego, convincing you that you're a failure, a cosmic joke, a broken compass spinning aimlessly in the wind. But then something unexpected happened. For me, it was stumbling upon a way of thinking that challenged my entire worldview. Stoicism. Listen, Stoicism isn't about suppressing emotions. It's about understanding them, accepting them, and using them as fuel for growth. It's about recognizing that you don't control external events, but you absolutely control your response to them. The Stoics taught me a profound truth. Life isn't about suffering. It's about learning to dance with it. It's about finding beauty in the broken, strength in the struggle. The first lesson, virtue is the only good. Welcome to the Catalyst Podcast. I'm your host, Jason. We are live on all your favorite platforms, including Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Threads, and TikTok. You can also listen to our episodes on Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and our home Podbean. Just like a catalyst sparks a reaction, we hope this podcast will ignite a fire within you to create positive change in your own life. Hey, you want to be a part of the Catalyst community? We'd love to hear from you. Reach out to us at catalystmotivationpodcast@gmail.com. That's catalystmotivationpodcast@gmail.com if you're interested in being a guest or contributor. Welcome to episode 81, The Broken Compass, a guide to adapting to adversity. Okay, so what the hell does that even mean? Virtue is the only good. Well, true happiness doesn't come from external possessions or achievements. It comes from cultivating inner strength, wisdom, justice, courage, and temperance. Wisdom is about understanding the nature of reality, accepting what you cannot change, and focusing your energy on what you can. Justice is about living ethically, treating others with respect, and fulfilling your duties. Courage is not about the absence of fear, but the ability to act despite it. And temperance is about finding balance, avoiding the extremes, and controlling your desires. I'm not going to lie, this concept blew my friggin' mind. It shifted my focus from external validation to internal growth. I realized I wasn't defined by my job title, my bank account, or the number of likes I got on social media. I was defined by my character, my ability to navigate the storms of life with grace and resilience. The second lesson, focus on what you can control. Easier said than done, right? We spend so much time worrying about things outside of our control, like the weather, traffic, other people's opinions, the stock market. This constant fretting drains our energy and leaves us feeling powerless. Stoicism is teaching me to identify and focus solely on what I can control. My thoughts, my actions, my responses. This simple shift in perspective is incredibly liberating. It allows me to detach from the chaos around me and find inner peace. Because when we really think about it, peace is what we truly want. Exercise 1, the circle of control. Okay, so take out a piece of paper and I want you to draw 2 circles. I want you to draw one circle, and then I want you to draw another circle outside of that first circle. All right, so one circle is inside the other. All right. The inner circle represents your circle of control. Now, this includes your thoughts, your emotions, your actions, and how you choose to respond to external events. The outer circle, that represents your circle of influence. This includes things like weather, traffic, other people's behavior, world events. Take some time to reflect on the events in your life. Identify what falls within your circle of control and what falls outside of it. And then focus your energies on that inner circle. Let go of anything that's in the outside circle. The third lesson, embrace adversity as an opportunity for growth. Okay, now this was a tough one. For years, I viewed setbacks as personal failures, as evidence that I wasn't good enough. I was a clown, a joke, a fuck up. But the Stoics taught me to see adversity as a teacher and as an opportunity to learn and grow. When faced with challenges, instead of wallowing in self-pity and victimhood, I started asking myself, what can I learn from this? How can I grow stronger, wiser, more resilient? How can I get better from this? This simple shift in perspective is transforming my relationships with adversity. It's turning my obstacles into stepping stones on the path to self-improvement. Exercise 2. The obstacle is the way. Every obstacle presents an opportunity for growth. When faced with a challenge, ask yourself, how can I overcome this obstacle? How can I use this experience to become a better version of myself? For example, if you lose your job, instead of doing what I've done many a time and crawling into a hole and, just completely, you think the world is ending sometimes, that life is over. But there's been some times where I've done this. I've reshifted my focus and used that time to develop a new skill, explore a different career path, and focus on building a better life. Like if you experienced a relationship breakup, use that time for self-reflection, raw, honest self-reflection, personal growth, and building a stronger, more meaningful world of connections in your life. The fourth lesson, practice gratitude. In the midst of my struggles, it was easy to focus on what I didn't have, the job, the money, the perfect life. Instead of focusing on the things that I actually did have, my health, my family, my friends, the simple joys in life. Every day, what I would started to do is write down 3 things I was grateful for. It sounds simple, but it had a really big impact on my mindset. It shifted my focus from lack of abundance to abundance, from negativity to positivity. Exercise 3, the gratitude journal. Okay, get a notebook, physical or digital. And what I want you to do is dedicate it to your gratitude practice. Every day, write down 3 things you are grateful for. It could be anything, a beautiful sunset, a delicious meal, a kind word from a friend, the warmth of the sun on your skin. Get creative, get honest, and start writing. The 5th lesson, live in the present moment. If you're like me, we often get caught up in worrying about the past or stressing about the future. But true happiness comes from living in the present moment, from savoring the here and now. Practicing mindfulness, paying attention to the present moment without judgment. This allows you to savor the simple pleasures in life, the taste of a good cup of coffee, listening to the sounds on the beach, the joy of a meaningful conversation. Exercise 4, mindfulness meditation. So what we're going to do is we're going to find a quiet place where you won't be disturbed. It could be anywhere. It could be inside your car, your bathroom. Doesn't matter. What I want you to do is sit comfortably and close your eyes. Focus on the intention of your breath, the sensation of the air entering and leaving your body. When your mind wanders, just gently bring your attention back to your breath. Start with a minute or two every day, and then gradually increase the duration as you become more comfortable. Mindfulness meditation can help you reduce stress, increase your focus, and cultivate a greater sense of inner peace. Whether it's taking a minute or two before I start a training class, or even just doing a simple morning walk, I put intention into those moments to help center me and bring me to that place of inner peace. The sixth lesson: accept what you cannot change. This was perhaps the hardest lesson to learn. I've spent years fighting against things I couldn't control: the past, other people's behavior, the inevitable march of time. This struggle left me feeling exhausted and drained and defeated. What I'm continuing to learn is to accept what I cannot change, not without resignation, but with an equanimity, to acknowledge the reality of the situation and move forward with grace and resilience. This is a persistent battle for me. I just got to be honest. But there's one thing I do know. I can overcome it. I will overcome it. I must overcome it. And I will. And you will too. Exercise 5, acceptance practice. So identify something in your life that you're struggling to accept. Past mistake, a difficult relationship, a health challenge. I get it. It's going to be tough. It's going to be as tough as you want to make it. Now is the time to let it go. Acknowledge the reality of the situation. Accept that it is what it is. Focus on what you can control: your thoughts, your actions, and your response to the situation. The 7th lesson: cultivate meaningful relationships. Since 2020, social interactions have really decreased. I mean, we work remotely, we shop remotely, we do a lot of things remotely. We hang out with friends remotely. We're starting to get back to gathering in social situations, but we really need to get to remind ourselves about the importance of human connection. Focus on emphasizing the strong value of friendships, loving families, and contributing to our community. I started investing more time in my relationships. This is something that I've avoided like the plague in the past. I'm working through cultivating deeper connections with the people I love. I've learned to listen more deeply. It was mainly about me, and I really didn't care what anybody thought. But you'll be amazed that when you take that time to actually pay attention and listen with genuine honesty and offer support, you get a chance to cherish the moments that fill your soul. Exercise 6, the connection practice. We need to get back to those true human connection relationships. Schedule some quality time with a loved one. Put your phone away, turn off the TV, and truly connect with the people that matter to you most. Engage in meaningful conversations. Share your experiences and listen deeply to their stories. You'd be surprised at how one of their stories might affect you and touch you or be a lesson for you. The 8th lesson: practice self-compassion. For years, I was my own harshest critic. Honestly, I still catch myself doing this in really stressful moments. I beat myself up over every mistake, every failure, every perceived shortcoming. Next stop, Victimhood Boulevard. What I've learned, and I'm continuing to learn, is to treat myself with the same kindness and compassion that I would a dear friend. To recognize my own humanity, to acknowledge my limitations, and to forgive myself for mistakes. To love the little child that is inside of each and every one of us. That child, there's a lot of times we really hurt that child by the way we speak to ourselves and act towards ourselves. Maybe it's time to tell that child inside of us that we love them and we're going to protect them. Think about it. Exercise 7, self-compassion practice. So we're going to love ourselves, okay? When you make a mistake, instead of beating yourself up, let's offer some self-compassion. How about giving yourself a little grace? Acknowledge your imperfection and recognize that everybody makes mistakes. Offer yourself words of encouragement, support, and love. Love the child inside you. The 9th lesson, find meaning and purpose. The Stoics believe that life is more meaningful when we contribute to something larger than ourselves. I started volunteering at a local soup kitchen. This is something I used to do so many moons ago. I coach, train, mentor, and develop young people. And I engage in activities that bring meaning and purpose to my life. Random acts of kindness like opening doors or waving a car through a 4-way stop, or just saying something nice to a random person. Exercise 8, meaning and purpose practice. Okay, so identify something you're passionate about. Then find ways to contribute to your community, make a difference in your world, help out. You can do it in person, and we can even do it virtually sometimes. Give yourself to someone else. There's not a better feeling in the world when you're able to do unto others. It's interesting how we kind of hold back from it. Because a lot of times we want people to feel the pain we're feeling. We're all feeling pain. How about we show some compassion and love? The 10th lesson, live a virtuous life. True happiness comes from living a virtuous life, from cultivating inner strength and character. I honestly strive to live with integrity. I want to treat others with respect. I want to cultivate wisdom, justice, courage, and temperance. Some days I stumble. I do. But I will and do get back up. This journey of self-discovery has not been easy. There's been setbacks, challenges, and moments of doubt. But through it all, I've learned to navigate the storms and live a life with grace and resilience. Again, it's not perfect, but I don't stop the work. I might fall, but I get up and push forward. I've learned that life isn't about avoiding suffering. It's about learning to dance with it. It's about finding strength in the struggle and beauty in the broken. It's about recognizing that the true measure of success isn't defined by external achievements, but by the inner strength and character we cultivate along the way. So next time you find yourself adrift in a sea of uncertainty, remember, your compass may be broken, but you still have the power to navigate. You have the inner strength to overcome any obstacle and to find your way back to solid ground. It's not about achieving perfection. It's about embracing the journey, learning from your mistakes, and growing stronger with each passing day. Remember this, life isn't about when you get it right. It's about when you get it wrong and how you adapt. Embrace the struggle, find the strength within, and never stop learning, growing, and evolving. Thank you so much for listening. Shout outs to our new friends listening in Russia and Australia and Germany. Remember, we're all in this together, so share your insights, experiences, and comments on social media, and let's stay accountable. And don't forget to like and subscribe to our podcast for more motivational content. You can find us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcast. While you're there, leave a review and help spread the word. We're also active on social media, so follow us for more inspiration. You can find us on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Threads, TikTok, and Lemonade. Thank you for listening to episode 81, and we'll see you next time for episode 82. Go be great.